Yo, what's good, family? I go by the name of Ashton Stevens, formerly and also known as Ashton Martin. If you know me, you know it's Sam me. Today I'm gonna speak about how I got into PNC. Um, I could speak on risk management as a whole, but specifically I'm just gonna focus on PNC today. A lot of people think, first of all, let me start like this. A lot of people know me from being a music artist, and getting into PNC, I know for some people, which is those who don't know, is property and casualty, is risk management. I don't really like using the word insurance uh, for my reasons, but risk management. And a lot of people are may think it's just a random venture that I got into, and don't know that my experience in the entertainment business and what I do as a music artist actually intertwines with my purpose with PNC. So today I'm going to tell you the story about that, and we're gonna break that down. So originally, PNC honestly was just a way to bring in extra income. As a music artist, I'm an independent music artist as well. I looked at it as a way to gain income to help fund my career, as well as help take care of my household. Whole time I didn't know, I should have known, but God had a deeper purpose for me getting into PNC. But originally, that was like my main intentions with it. I was just looking at something I could still do independently, and make residual income from, and be able to help myself and help my family. So I took a course for it, and ended up taking a class, passed on my first time, which is my first kind of like, I guess you could say, sign. Because previously, the year before, I went for my health, and I failed that test like 3 times. I tried to self study it with some borrowed material just to let you know, but I failed that like 3 times. So that was like my first thing. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like the path that I'm meant to be in. But during the course, I actually began to learn what insurance as a whole is. So it was like, man, I originally went just to the thought of being an adjuster. I was like, I'm just going, I'm from Florida, so I'm gonna go and get these license. I'm gonna be an adjuster during hurricane season. I'm gonna slide back down to Florida and just do adjustments on people that had their house torn up or something like that. That was my original idea. But as I got into the course, I realized like, oh man, this is actually pretty broad. It's a lot of avenues with this. I knew for sure that I didn't want to work directly under like the big companies that people usually go into, like an Allstate or like something like that. I knew that wasn't my lane. I knew it was definitely gonna be something that's more of an independent lane. So as I took my test, got my license. Fast forward about a year later, me and my wife, we started our own agency. Now this agency is right now primarily based off of health, which eventually I went and got all my lines of insurance, just to let you know that. But we started this agency, and I was like, okay, I definitely want to use my PNC as well in this. And I had a conversation with someone that's been in the industry for a while, and he was asking me like, what do you do? What are you into? And so then I told him like, I actually do music. That's like my primary thing that I do. That's my main purpose, my main focus right now. And he was like, have you ever thought about using your PNC for the entertainment industry? And it was that moment. Bing! I was like, yo, using my PNC for the entertainment industry. Why didn't I think of that? Of course, I know I ain't think about it. It wasn't from it didn't start with my mind anyways. I wasn't even led in my own mind to go and get this license in the first place. It was definitely God given. So this is obviously more of God pushing me in the direction now. You know what I'm saying? Mind you though, this is a whole like year later though. So let me backtrack a little bit. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of going through how my thought process is. So y'all keep up with me if you can. I'm gonna go back to after I got my license. No, I'm gonna go back to when I took my test. When I went to take my test, mind you, I went for adjusters. I took the wrong test, but I passed. And I was like, dang. Well, I ain't finna go back and take another test right now. I may go back and do it later, but I'm like, let me see what I can actually do with the license that I have now with this side of PNC. And it just so happened to be in the side, fast forwarding, that I can use um, to insure on the entertainment business. So it ended up becoming the purpose of literally what I do now with AME. And it's really the service, independent artists, service, people that's in the entertainment industry, all spectrums of it, whether it's music, movies, and because I realized like, yo, we all need our stuff insured, and us as artists, we rarely have the proper things in place to manage our risk. I remember when I first moved to Atlanta, I had my equipment stolen, and guess what? It was on me. I didn't even think to have anything insured, so I had to literally pay to buy whole new equipment. You know what I'm saying? And so all of these things kind of played in place of like the purpose of where I am now with PNC. And I'm like, okay. And when I had these conversations, I'm like, look, I've been in positions where I lost equipment. I've dealt with shows, and if you ever dealt with the back end of shows, you know how messy that can get. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's booking an artist, whether you're the person being booked, some venue, or if you're trying to throw your own show, some venues will not let you perform unless you have a certain type of insurance. And I'll give you an example. I'm from a small town. I'm from Marietta, Florida. So even when I went back and tried to book myself for shows, going through these venues, it always was an issue. It always an issue. It was like, oh, you rap. They was like, nah, and they always blame it on the insurance. And now I'm like looking at this side of things. I'm like, okay, now I have the other side for people that are dealing with that similar thing. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it's just a venue that may need insurance to be able to cover these certain type of acts. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, long story short, that's what led me to PNC. And that's what I use my property and casualty for. Focusing on the entertainment business, focusing on entrepreneurs, focusing on small businesses. Me, I focus more on the commercial side. And that's my passion. That's what I love to provide for. And I'm, looking forward to this journey, how God is growing, not only me, but the people that's around me as well. And yeah, I just wanted to bring y'all on this journey, update y'all. And I appreciate everybody that has been supporting so far. And again, if you are an artist or anybody that's in the entertainment industry, and even if you just may need some advice on what this will look like for you, feel free to contact me anytime. Peace, love, shalom. Keep God first. You'll never go wrong. If you know me, you know it's Sammy.
Shed tears in silence, but my success scream loud.